On March 23, 2023, a security disaster changed cybersecurity forever. Engineers at Samsung accidentally pasted top-secret semiconductor designs straight into ChatGPT in an instant. Their corporate crown jewels were uploaded to the cloud and ingested into a public training loop. This single event triggered a massive, quiet rebellion inside the tech community. By mid-2024, giants like Apple, Amazon, and Goldman Sachs had completely banned cloud-based AI. The smartest tech enthusiasts started cutting the cord entirely. They aren't just opting out of the cloud, they are building their own offline personal intelligence networks. This is the rise of local AI, and it is quickly becoming the ultimate privacy flex of the decade. But why is this happening now? And how are hobbyists running powerhouse reasoning engines on ordinary home computers without sending a single byte of data to the internet? Today, we are unlocking the secret world of SLMs, or small language models. To understand how we got here, we have to look closely at the operating systems we trust. The paranoia went to a whole new level in May 2024. Microsoft announced a new Windows feature called Recall. This software was designed to take a screenshot of your active desktop every few seconds and use local AI to index it. Even though Microsoft claimed the database was secure, cybersecurity researchers quickly proved a terrifying flaw. Simple malware could easily steal the raw, unencrypted database of your entire digital history. The backlash was so severe that Microsoft was forced to delay the feature, but the damage was already done. Everyday users realized that the platforms they relied on were transforming into literal spy devices. Every document you analyze, every email you draft builds an incredibly detailed digital profile of your mind. But what if you didn't have to choose between elite productivity and complete digital privacy? The tech media told us that bigger is always better. We were told we needed massive multi-billion parameter models like GPT-4 or Gemini Ultra. Models so massive require their own dedicated power grids. But in late 2024, the paradigm shifted. Enter SLMs, or small language models. These are highly optimized, hyper-efficient AI engines designed to run directly on consumer hardware. Think of it like this. A massive cloud model is like a sprawling, multi-volume encyclopedia. It knows everything about 19th century history and can also write Python code. But a small language model is like a highly focused handbook. It strips away the useless fluff and keeps only the core logical patterns. But how did engineers make them so smart while keeping them so small? The secret lies in a breakthrough research paper released by Microsoft in June 2023. It was titled, "Textbooks Are All You Need." Before this, models were trained by scraping the entire, messy open internet, including toxic chat forums and social media spam. But Microsoft tried a different experiment. They filtered the training data to include only clean, highly educational, textbook-quality synthetic data. They literally had larger AI engines write pristine textbooks for the smaller AI to study. The result was shocking. In April 2024, Microsoft released Phi 3 Mini, a model with only 3.8 billion parameters. Yet because it was trained on pristine data, it performed nearly as well as the legendary GPT 3.5, which was over 30 times its size. Then in September 2024, Meta dropped Llama 3.2, with tiny ultra-portable variants at just 1 billion and 3 billion parameters. These tiny models were scoring higher on standard language benchmarks like the MMLU than the industrial-grade cloud models of just 2 years ago. But the real game-changer arrived in early 2025, and it completely flipped the tech industry on its head. A company called DeepSeek released an open-weights model called DeepSeek R1. Before this, local AI could only guess the very next word in a sentence. It responded instantly, but it couldn't truly plan. DeepSeek R1 introduced a native, offline, chain-of-thought reasoning process. When you ask it a complex programming or math question, the local model stops. It creates a silent internal monologue. It thinks, it tests assumptions, it finds bugs in its own thinking, and only then does it output the answer. And here is the absolute best part. Developers immediately took the raw reasoning traces from this massive 671 billion parameter giant and distilled those logical behaviors into tiny portable models. Suddenly, standard 8 billion and 14 billion parameter models, which run flawlessly on a normal home computer, acquired elite, high-level reasoning capabilities. You can download a distilled version of DeepSeek R1, use a free background tool like Ollama, and run it with a single terminal command, Ollama run DeepSeek - paywalls, no usage limits, and completely secure from corporate eyes. I want to hear your thoughts. Do you actually trust the cloud with your private thoughts, or do you think a local backup is essential? Let me know in the comments below, because this is a highly debated topic. So, how do you actually run an intelligent, reasoning entity on your desk? It all comes down to a process called quantization. Think of a standard AI model as a massive, raw, uncompressed video file. It's too big to stream and too heavy to run. Quantization is the ultimate compression cheat code. It shrinks the mathematical precision of the weights in the model from 16-bit down to 4-bit integers without destroying its intelligence. It turns a 40-gigabyte behemoth into a 4-gigabyte powerhouse. But the real magic that unlocked local computing happened in March 2023. A brilliant Bulgarian programmer named Georgi Jurganov wrote a simple piece of open-source software called llama.cpp before his breakthrough. You needed incredibly complex, heavy Python software and massive graphics cards to run AI. Jurganov rewrote the entire execution engine in pure C++. Suddenly, standard computer processors, or CPUs, could run highly advanced AI models directly, and he introduced a new unified file format called gguf with gguf. A regular computer can split the workload, putting some of the model on your graphics card and the rest on your standard computer memory. If you have a modern computer, you already have the firepower. Tools like Ollama LM Studio and Jan.ai have made local execution incredibly simple. These tools run as silent background services and expose local software APIs, which mimic the exact setup of OpenAI, allowing you to swap your local brain into any developer tool with a single line of code. With a single click, you can download a model and start chatting. No internet, no subscriptions, and zero external connections. If this breakdown of the hardware mechanics finally makes sense to you, hit that like button. It tells the algorithm to share this deep dive with other tech nerds. But what can you actually do with a local model besides basic chatting? This is where tech enthusiasts unlock their true superpower, using a technology called RAG, or Retrieval Augmented Generation. Think of standard AI as a brilliant student taking an exam from memory. RAG is like giving that student an open book exam, with your private files as the textbook. Historically, if you wanted an AI to analyze a 100-page corporate document or read your private journals, you had to upload them to the cloud. With local RAG, you point your local software to a folder on your physical hard drive. The process happens in 3 simple steps. First, the software slices your documents into tiny chunks. Second, it converts those chunks into mathematical coordinates called embeddings. Using a tiny local embedding model like all-MiniLM. Third, it stores these coordinates in a local vector database, like ChromaDB. When you ask a question, the local model instantly calculates the geometric distance between your query and your files. It pulls the exact paragraphs it needs and synthesizes the perfect answer. All of this happens without a single packet of data leaving your Ethernet port. Software engineers are using this to index massive proprietary codebases completely offline. Writers are feeding it their entire historical research catalogs, and average users are importing years of financial statements and tax documents, keeping their sensitive personal data safe from the reach of big tech. It transforms a generic local chatbot into a deeply personalized, highly secure, offline second brain. But beyond privacy, there is another, darker reason why tech enthusiasts are fleeing the cloud. It's the issue of control. When you interact with a cloud-based AI like ChatGPT or Google Gemini, you are interacting with a heavily moderated system. These systems are bound by corporate risk departments and strict safety filters, trained using a process called reinforcement learning from human feedback, or RLHF. While this prevents the AI from doing bad things, it also makes them incredibly frustrating to work with. If you are a cybersecurity researcher trying to understand how malware works, a cloud AI will refuse to help you. If you are a creative writer trying to draft a tense, dramatic scene involving a weapon, a cloud AI might scold you and refuse to write it. Local open weights models like Llama 3 or Mistral change the game completely. Because you own the model weights, you have the power to strip away the system prompts and safety guards. You can download uncensored versions of these models, which answer your questions directly without lecturing you on ethics. It treats the user as an adult, providing a raw, unfiltered cognitive tool that works for you and only you. For developers and researchers, this is not about causing harm, it is about absolute creative and intellectual freedom. Running AI locally isn't just a fun tech demo. It is the ultimate digital flex. And it unlocks 3 massive superpowers that cloud users can only dream of. First, absolute uncensored freedom, which we just uncovered. Second, true offline autonomy. If the internet goes down or cloud servers crash, your local system keeps working. You could be in the middle of a remote forest with zero cellular reception, and you would still have access to a world-class coding partner, translator, and writer. Third, the absolute death of subscription fees. No more paying $20 a month to keep up with premium features. Your only cost is the electricity running to your wall outlet. This is a massive shift in how we think about computing. We are moving from a model of renting intelligence to owning it. And if you want to stay ahead of this massive paradigm shift, make sure to subscribe. But this revolution is just getting started. As chip makers build dedicated neural processing units, or NPUs, into every laptop and phone, local intelligence will soon become the default, not the exception. But while owning a local brain on your physical computer is the ultimate privacy shield, there is another, far more extreme frontier, where the computer isn't sitting on your desk. It is hardwired directly inside your skull. If you think running an offline neural network on your desktop is wild, wait until you see how Elon Musk is planning to merge the human brain with superintelligence. In my latest deep dive right here, we are mapping out Neuralink's entire hardware roadmap. From a monkey named Pager playing Mind Pong, to the terrifying, beautiful future of blindsight, a device designed to bypass the eyes entirely to restore vision to the blind. Click on this video right here to see how this brain chip is secretly changing humanity forever. I will see you over there.